As program director of KHJ Los Angeles and longtime associate of the RKO stations, I've seen radio go through lots of phases. But it's now clear that we've reached a new stage, more exciting, more beneficial to us as radio programmers than ever before. This is Charlie Van Dyke. In the next few minutes, I'll tell you about a new project that TM Productions has just disclosed and the tremendous impact it had on KHJ and all the other RKO General stations.
As a psychologist as well as a music producer, I've thought for a long time that radio stations have been cheating themselves in the ratings by not identifying and promoting themselves in a really meaningful way.
Jim Long.
That they weren't making every effort to ensure that listeners identified the radio station correctly to ARB or Pulse. It was my belief that listeners were experiencing confusion as to what radio station or stations they actually were listening to, and that programmers have been contributing to that confusion by using sound-alike identification as well as promotion techniques. A large number of program directors and group managers I talked to were in agreement.
Jingle package that suits what is happening today. The jingles today are pretty much the same concept as jingles were 10 years ago.
Maybe you need to be more interesting, more entertaining.
There isn't 1 ounce of creativity left in it.
There's going to have to be a change because everybody's got the same jingle.
Yeah, it's very sad. It's very sad.
Some commercials have a better response than some records, and there's no reason why a station song won't do that. Why can't you promote yourself with the same expertise you promote your clients?
The only thing that makes us different is we advertise what we sell. Why not? It's the greatest medium in the world. Look at your Cume Weekly.
In addition to talking to some of the nation's top programming people, I decided to do an intensive survey of contemporary radio listeners in the demographic group of 18 to 34 years old. And I directly and indirectly carried out interviews with hundreds of subjects who currently listen to contemporary radio. I decided to find out if they could identify the radio stations they were listening to determine just how much confusion they experience when asked to report their listening preferences, and to test their recall of current national and regional advertising campaigns on the air in those markets. Out of the hundreds of interviews, we found that when the question was asked,
"What radio station do you listen to?"
I don't know.
Well, I can't think of any right offhand.
I listen to... I can't tell you.
Oh, I don't know the name of it.
I don't know.
I don't know the name.
WN. Only 67% could name a call letter or call letters.
I think I could. I really...
Yeah, but I don't know what the station is.
I don't know what the letters are.
Out of that 67%, when questioned very closely, and actually led by myself and the other interviewers, we were able to determine the stations to which another 21% of the subjects did listen. I must emphasize that this type of probing would never be done in a normal aided recall survey. The survey proved that my hunch was accurate and that programmers were asking too much of a listener. That is, asking him to remember what radio station or stations he listens to and to classify the programming of those stations and remember the time of day that he or she listens to them.
K100? I don't know. If I said Cousin Brucey, what radio station would you think of?
WABC. Used to listen to him all the time. I don't listen to him as much anymore.
Any reason?
I think they changed his hours.
He's on ABC? He's on NBC?
Yeah.
There's 3 letters. W-I-D.
Wait a minute. The middle button is the rock. No, it's not KFM.
Yeah, 93 KHJ. They play stereo rock, don't they?
No, it's an AM radio station, actually.
I guess they don't play stereo rock then.
It's assumed that a large part of a contemporary AM radio station's audience is a shared audience, shared between AM and FM stereo stations. In our research, we even experienced some resistance on the part of a shared listener to admit that they still listened at times to an AM radio station. For instance, when we asked, what radio station do most of your friends listen to, the answer was typically, well, 93 KHJ. But when the question was asked, what radio station do you listen to, the answer many times was, oh, well, I'm heavy into FM, and so on. I came to 2 conclusions. First, people are confused as to what radio station or stations they listen to. And second, there's a great deal of resistance on the part of many people to admit they listen to the most popular radio station in the market because it's not avant-garde or in. I discussed the results of our survey with Paul Drew, Vice President in charge of programming of RKO Radio, and Paul agreed that in many instances, radio stations are cheating themselves by not identifying in a powerful way their radio station and what their radio station is all about. In other words, in addition to going after more audience, the task is to get the people who are actually listening to your radio station to be aware of it, and to assist the listener in being able to identify your radio station and what you do on it. If you've got the listeners, let's find a way to have them remember your call letters and put them in the diary or report them in the aided recall survey. What we decided was that the time had come for radio to begin advertising on the air on behalf of itself. That from time to time, the last spot in a commercial cluster could be a spot for the radio station, one containing a strong cell line and ending with a call letter logo for return to music. The qualification was that this production had to be absolutely great. Like the McDonald's jingle, "You deserve a break today."
You deserve a break today. We're close by, right on your way at McDonald's.
The McDonald's jingle is probably the most successful jingle in the past 10 to 15 years. It would be TM's job to develop as strong and as effective a campaign for promoting radio stations. Coincidentally, one part of our interviews yielded the most consistent results of all: the listener's recall of current national advertising campaigns. In fact, 7 out of 10 times when the interviewers asked,
"Tell me your favorite radio commercial,"
they heard,
I think of breakfast at McDonald's. You deserve a break today.
They drum it in and out of your head.
So get up and get away.
McDonald's.
It just sort of seeps in, you know. I hear the song, you're the one, da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Do you know who that's associated with?
It's another version of the McDonald's song.
Do you believe that they really try and do their best for you?
Yeah, I guess they do. After you hear it enough times, you start to believe it's you. They keep emphasizing you're the one.
We do it all for you.
The research gave us the first solid indication of the direction the campaign should take. The first step was to find out what made the McDonald's jingle work so well. So we talked with the McDonald's agency, Needham, Harper & Steers, and with the creative people at Tracy Locke and Wells Rich Green. Essentially, this is what they all had to say.
When you say you're the one, immediately, that is a positioning of your status in the market.
There's a phrase in advertising called USP, unique selling proposition. If you've got a product that cures cancer, you got a hell of a USP. Now, the unique selling proposition of Pepsi and McDonald's is not that they have such a terrific product to sell, but you're a terrific person for buying the product. The hero is not the product. It's not that Pepsi makes you feel better, or it's not that McDonald's feeds you well. You're the hero. The consumer is the hero, because Pepsi and McDonald's particularly, are organizations that are set up ostensibly just to serve people, not to sell hamburgers. So the consumer is told that he is the hero in the McDonald's consumer relationship.
And on the radio, right then, that promise is fulfilled immediately.
In their research, TM had made the point abundantly clear. Everybody has hamburgers. Everybody has French fries and milkshakes. Some of them are better than others. McDonald's packaging, service, and advertising is the best. Therefore, they lead. That was it. The parallel was discovered to sell radio to the listener more effectively than it had been done before. Radio stations that compete basically have the same hamburgers, that is, phonograph records to play. The service, the sound, the personalities, and excitement overall. McDonald's and a high percentage of national advertisers in the service-oriented businesses position the consumer in the role of a hero or star, not the product. The same positioning was the key to the TM campaign. Instead of spotlighting the product, that is, the music, etc., our campaign would place the emphasis on the listener. What's KHJ or any other radio station got to sell that's different from the others?
You!
How do you say to a listener that he's the star? The real reason you do what you do.
You!
That you do it for him. Because he's made you what you are today. By listening. By responding to promotions and other advertising messages on the station. By filling out diaries and answering the right way in aided recall surveys. This is how.
You in the sunshine, yeah. You are the reason we do what we do. You are the music we play. We play it for you on 93 KHJ.
You've got to do it in a strong but sincere way, with an original, super readable sound, with a campaign able to deliver its message without blatantly announcing, "This is a station ID," one that comes on sounding like a record or a national spot. Since the 30-second campaign cuts are designed to be programmed only a few times during the broadcast day, the message must be reinforced in shorter productions for normal out-of-stop set use.
Life at Harrah's is great entertainment and a whole lot more.
UN 93 KHJ. We play it for you on 93 KHJ.
Soft water.
Call your Culligan man.
Hey, Culligan man!
You are the reason we do what we do. We do it for you on 93 KHJ. It's go right when you're shopping at Safeway. UN 93 KHJ.
The same vocal sound and instrumental texture must be present to relate back to the longer image message. A set of basic workhorse cuts must also be included for use most of the time.
Love more than 20 great songs. Disc $5.99, tape $6.99.
93 KHJ. 93 KHJ.
Firebolt, made by Mattel.
93 KHJ. 93 KHJ.
And a variety of styles and lyrics in the 30-second campaign cuts is necessary.
We like what you like. We're a lot like you. You are the night and the day. You are the music we play. We do it for you on 93 KHJ.
The DJ stager, the legal ID, they all tie in to the central campaign.
Charlie Van Dyke, you and 93 KHJ. 93 KHJ, Los Angeles. Merry Christmas from 93 KHJ. Only from your friends at 93 KHJ.
TM investigated, probed, and produced. They produced a new creative form of self-advertising more powerful, more meaningful than any former promotion we've known.
You are the reason we do what we do.
The campaign can be used in lots of ways. On-the-air tie-ins, contests, and in conjunction with verbal references to the words you or yours, all with a minimum of time spent.
You and the sunshine. You are the reason we are where we are today. You are the music we play. We play it for you.
It's a complete campaign, including a finished television spot to give the message the widest circulation.
93 KHJ.
The answer's been found. This is radio's new era, the You campaign.
We do it for you on 93 KHJ.
All inquiries regarding the You campaign and its availability in your market should be directed to Jerry Atchley at TM Productions, area 214-634-8511, collect. The companion television spot is available for demonstration. For purposes of auditioning and relyricing, all the basic cuts of the You campaign, together with their shorter versions, now follow.
93 KHJ. UN 93 KHJ. 93 KHJ. 93 KHJ. 93 KHJ. you on 93 KHJ. We like what you like. We're a lot like you. You are the night and the day. You are the music we play. We do it for you on 93 KHJ. We live where you live. We play where you play. Yeah, we do for you. You've made us one of a kind. That's why we keep you in mind. We play it for you on 93 KHJ. We like what you like. We're a lot like you. You are the night and the day. You are the music we play. We do it for you on 93 KHJ. We live where you live. We play where you play. Yeah, we do for you. You've made us one of a kind. That's why we keep you in mind. We play it for you on 93 KHJ. 93 KHJ. 93 KHJ. 93 KHJ. 93 KHJ. 93 KHJ. Only from your friends at 93 KHJ. You are the reason we do what we do for 93 KHJ. And you. You in the sunshine. You in the moonlight. You are the reason we do what we do for 93 KHJ. And you. We do it for you on 93 KHJ. You are the reason we do what we do. We do it for you on 93 KHJ. 93 KHJ. 93 KHJ. 93 KHJ. 93 KHJ. You and 93 KHJ. 93 KHJ. 93 KHJ. Coming at ya 24 hours a day. 93 KHJ. Cooking all day, 24 hours hours a day. We start in the morning, but we never stop the night before. As the day gets rolling out of bed, we put your feet on the floor. While you're getting good looking, we're sitting here cooking along, picking up steam and putting it out in a song. 93 KHJ, coming at ya 24 hours a day. 93 KHJ. 93 KHJ. 93 KHJ, Los Angeles. KHJ, Los Angeles. You and 93 KHJ. Charlie Midnight, you and 93 KHJ. I wanna sing your song, 'cause music makes us friends, and friends like you are what we're here for, doing what we do. I wanna make you music, I wanna sing your song, yes, I wanna share a good day with you, and be your special friend. You and me and 93 KHJ. Music. You and me and 93 KHJ. Merry Christmas from 93 KHJ. Sunshine, yeah. You are the reason we do what we do. You are the music we play. We play it for you on 93 KHJ. You in the sunshine, yeah. You are the reason we do what we do. You are the music we play. We play it for you on 93 KHJ. You in the sunshine. You are the reason we are where we are today. You are the music we play. We play it for you on 93 KHJ.
Produced by Jim Long for TM Productions, Dallas. Copyright 1975. All rights reserved.